If you went to college recently or have kids in college or kids getting ready to go to college, you know, it's far cheaper if they go to school in state. If you live in California, it costs about $11,000 to attend a UC school, $34,000 if you live out of state. But what about illegal immigrants that have lived here for years and go to state schools? Here to help us answer that question, our resident professor and the editor of WitnessLA.com, Celeste Fremon. Hello, Celeste.
Hi, Fred.
California Supreme Court heard arguments on this yesterday. Right now, illegal immigrants are allowed to pay the in-state tuition. Should that continue?
Sure, absolutely. The rule is that kids who are residents of the state of California get to pay in-state tuition rates. And we've got 42 out-of-state students who have sued, and the case has worked its way up to the Supreme Court saying, we're not getting as good a deal as illegal immigrants. Well, I've got a better deal for them. They'll get exactly the same deal as legal California residents who, if they go to the University of Iowa, for example, which has a great writing program, have to pay out-of-state tuition. Now the issue is that if we continue to allow kids who've been raised in this country, who were brought to this country by their parents, it wasn't their choice, and that it costs too much for us to pay, allow them to pay for in-state tuition. Well, it's going to cost us a lot more if these kids can't go to school and they can't embrace their future. And if our talented kids that are Californians in everything but their legal status can't go on and achieve their dreams. Well, so, absolutely, they should be able to go to school.
The issue continues to be, let me just sum it up, then we've got one more real quick here. You know, illegal immigrants, illegal aliens, should they receive the same rights as people who are here legally? We'll talk about that more. Okay.
For school, yeah.
All right, we got like a minute left. 6 years ago, Southern California Senator Jim DeMint said South Carolina, said he wanted gays and unmarried pregnant women.
Good, I don't want to own him.
Not to be teachers.
Let's give him away.
Friday, he was asked about that statement and responded by saying that people patted him on the back and said he shouldn't back down. No retraction, no real apology. National Organization for Women is condemning his remarks and saying he doesn't belong in Congress. Gays and unmarried pregnant women shouldn't be teachers. How disturbing is that? You are a teacher.
Fred, this last month, in the month of September, 6 teenagers committed suicide because of gay harassment. 6 of our kids, and that's what we know of. And for someone who's in public office to say that gays and pregnant unmarried women, I mean, what's that about? The 50s wants their values back, Mr. DeMint, are not good enough to teach our children, are not good enough to serve in the military and risk their lives for our country openly, are not good enough to be able to marry the person that they love. What does that say to those kids? And 6 kids last month decided life wasn't worth living. And so this is, to me, it's morally reprehensible. There isn't two sides to this. It's heartbreaking and it's enraging.
And Celeste, I think you summed that up very well, because I think you would find few people that would disagree with you on that. Nice job tonight, as always. I appreciate your time.
I appreciate yours.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks,
it was great.